Today we're talking about wireless Qi charging. So what is it? It's a technology that allows you to charge a device like your smartphone without the need for cables, making it extremely convenient and ideal for hotels. You simply place your phone on a charging surface and it charges via induction, that is without the need for a cable. It is pronounced Qi, although you'll see it spelled QI. From a hotel point of view, how can you benefit from the introduction of wireless charging? Well, it is a modern, convenient experience for your guests and it will set your hotel apart. It will enhance guest satisfaction and be a talking point. Where in the hotel would you consider putting Qi charging? The guest room is a no brainer, of course, and beside the bed makes perfect sense because we all want to wake up in the morning with our phones fully charged, and most of us sleep with our phones beside the bed, despite the fact that we shouldn't. Obviously, the desk is another potential area. Apart from the room, public areas like the lobby, the bar, potentially restaurants and function areas also make good sense. What is the best way to provide Qi charging? Well, there are two ways, or two options basically. It can be a standalone charge pad, or it could be incorporated into other amenities. The standalone charge pad or hub sits on a bedside table, for example, can be secured as well. We've provided this style of charging to properties like Sofitel Adelaide, Pullman Hyde Park, A Bayadina, and Rendezvous Perth. There are a couple that come to mind. As we said, it can also be embedded or recessed into furniture at a bedside, but this is perfect actually for public areas. You want to make sure that the device doesn't actually grab legs or get legs and walk. The other thing we said, they can be built into amenities like a clock radio. And we've supplied these sorts of clock radios to hundreds of hotels, too many to list here, all of the brands. You'll notice these clock radios also have USB ports, and we'll talk a little bit about the benefits of USB ports later. Finally, wireless Qi charging can be integrated into products like lamps. What are the costs? Well, like everything, they vary, but a simple wireless charging pad can start at $30. They're very easy to install. Anybody can install them. So they're actually cost effective from both points of view, the purchase price and the installation point of view as well. I've been in the hospitality industry for over 30 years, believe it or not. And all of that time, from my memory, having enough power available to guests has always been a major bugbear and an area where guests complain a lot. Many hotels feel that just by adding an extra power point, that may be a way to solve it. Whilst the cost of the power point itself may not be expensive, time and the cost of a qualified electrician to install it is actually expensive. And this makes wireless Qi charging a very cost-effective add-on solution for your hotel. Can guests still use cables in the hotel rooms? Of course they can. We would always encourage you to give guests options and to have USB ports available to them. There are devices still that need to be charged via USB and a cable, and my watch is one of those, for example. It could be a headset. Guests generally carry multiple devices with them as well. So providing USB ports is certainly a must-have as well. But what we're saying here is providing Qi charging as an additional option will improve the overall guest experience and provide convenience to your guests. Will wireless Qi charging last? Great question. It was introduced in 2008, but it really took off when Apple came on board in 2017. Now, unlike the old 30-pin connector and the Lightning connector, Qi charging is not an Apple proprietary solution. It was actually created by the Wireless Powerless Consortium that all the major phone manufacturers are members of. So this means that no single manufacturer can actually call the shots. It is actually a default standard, an unbiased standard. And it is the first time that I'm in living memory where all the phone manufacturers have actually agreed on a standard for charging. There have been strong rumors that Apple are looking to remove the charging port from their phones, as they did with the headset port a couple of years ago. Samsung did that as well. And if that happens, of course, it really makes a strong case for providing wireless charging for your guests. It makes it even more compelling. Does it work for all brands of phones? The shorter answer is yes. Most guests staying at your hotel will have a Qi-enabled smartphone. If they don't, of course, and there are some reasons, I run a particular chunky case on my phone, even though it supports wireless charging. It won't because of my case, and therefore I generally use a cable. But I do use wireless charging for some other devices that I have. So as we said before, providing the guest with options is always the way to go. So thank you for joining us today to learn more about Qi charging. By providing this amenity, you can improve the guest experience and stay ahead of your competition. We hope you found it useful. If you have any questions or you need to review or improve your charging options for your guests, it would be my pleasure to help. So please feel free to reach out.